First and foremost, I want to say a few thanks to the seniors, Weiss, Dr. K. I appreciate that you guys trust me to be Senate second in command. I really am honored. Second is to Senate as a whole. Thank you for making every minute I've put in this organization worth it. It takes a really special group of people to make filling out an announcement form a daily highlight. Next is to Sam. You didn't know this part was in the speech, but I love you, and I love that you're in Senate. And lastly is to Mabel. Thank you for being my close friend since my freshman year. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm kind of hoping for a tie again. With all that said, you all have a difficult decision to make. And come on, that's how it should be. Important decisions are not the easy 80-20 variety. They're the tough 51-49 carefully contemplated efforts. Guys, look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's going to be hard. Both options are appealing, but sadly, you all need to pick one. And I'm here to convince you that I'm just a couple points better for Senate. I'm trying to convince you that I'm the 51. On my first point, I think a story's in order. As you all know, and some hate, I am a giant Michigan fan and even gianter basketball fan. So let me set the scene. It's the 2018 NCAA March Madness Tournament. There are 3.2 seconds left on the clock, and Michigan is down 2 to Houston. Michigan inbounds the ball to their senior point guard, Muhammad Ali Abdul-Rahman. He's the senior, the leader of the team all year long. Experienced, talented, it's his time to shine. He dribbles down the court, time winding down, yet rather than take the shot, he notices Jordan Poole, an unproven freshman, wide open. Rahman passes the ball and Poole hits the 40-foot game winner. He trusted an untested freshman to make the biggest shot of his life. That's me, the guy who passes. Seniors, I love you, but in reality, the future of Senate lies in everyone younger than you. All too often, there is a severe divide between the older and younger members of Senate and Creek as a whole. The seniors are big and scary and powerful, and it's common for those younger to never have their chance to take the shot. It's not me. First of all, I'm clearly not big nor scary. I think we can all agree on that front. But more importantly, I have tried to include everyone in everything I do. Be it from my election committee of majority underclassmen to my trust in sophomores during class meetings, I am inclusive. Look, it's not just about being nice and friendly, it's about exemplifying openness and trust. And believe me when I say there's a difference. Will Sherman and Max Stroher, seniors from long ago, always told me don't be a stranger. A greeting I found puzzling and asked Max why he so often said it. For those of you who don't know Max, he's a bit of a dramatist and philosopher, so I knew his answer would be a little too deep, but one part did resonate. He said it's one thing to put on a smile and say hi to people, but that doesn't make you anything more than an acquaintance. It's closeness, openness, and trust that marks a strong relationship. So I've always striven to not just be sweet, but intimate with everyone. That's why I'm the 51. I don't know who's going to join Senate next year, but I can guarantee I will welcome them and seek their input like I've done with all of you. Second, I'm an innovator. I'm not just a hard worker, I add value. I'm not content to do just what is expected of me. I desire to make a difference. This year, I took the judiciary position, a position no one wanted last year, and tried my absolute best to reinvent its role, making it a lasting, essential part of Senate. That's my goal for being student body vice president. I'm not content to be merely the sidekick. I want to be the crutch that Brooke or Emmett or any other exec board or Senate member rely on or lean on when they need help, advice, and support. In other words, I want to be everyone's vice. I have every intention of transforming this position into something coveted and sought after. So there are 3.2 seconds left on the election shot clock, and you all have a difficult decision to make. Pass me the ball. I'll make the shot. I humbly ask you to vote for me and promise that I will never, ever be a stranger. Thank you.
All right, Alex. What is one thing that you have done in Senate this year in which you were a leader? Describe that event and how you demonstrated your leadership.
I think I've been in a lot of leadership positions in Senate. You know, I've been sophomore class president, junior class president, judiciary, and all those things I take extreme pride in. And you know, it's a lot of experience that I have in this, but I guess the thing that I'm always proud of is the fact that I feel comfortable calling, texting, talking to anybody in this room and being able to be like, how are you? Can you help me with this? To me, that's what makes me a leader, is the fact that I'm the friend of all. So that would be my number one thing. I don't think pointing to one specific event or thing or one accomplishment really defines you.
All right, elaborate on one of your community service / volunteering experiences. What did you learn from that experience, and how will this benefit you as student body vice president?
Yeah. So like to add on that last point, I don't really want to like focus on one specific event, but to show that I have a general desire for community outreach, I started a nonprofit foundation to teach martial arts to kids every Thursday after school. They're the sweetest children I've met in my entire life. I volunteer at Children's Hospital. I have over 30 hours volunteering this year. Like, it's things like that that I just have a desire to. I'm not listing these to like show that I've done it, but more that I enjoy doing it. Thank you.